We're kicking November off with a week of G.I. Joe Classified series, starting with number 83, Tunnel Rat, on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured back with another G.I. Joe Classified review. This time we're looking at number 83, Tunnel Rat. I got this figure from Target.com, and he's one of the highly anticipated figures in the line for me. Tunnel Rat initially came out in 1987. He was a big hit with all the guys. We played G.I. Joes, and you know, he's definitely a figure that's been anticipated. Glad I grabbed him, and we're gonna go over him in pretty good detail, as we always do. We'll look at the packaging, look at his accessories, do his articulation, pose him out, and do some comparisons. So, as I mentioned, Tunnel Rat initially came out in 1987, Series 6, I think, with G.I. Joe. And you know, he was a big hit. This one sort of evokes that classic feel, although there are some differences. We'll get into it. But first, we're going to look at the packaging, as we always do. So here we've got his photography, toy photography picture. And there are some differences in the toy and what's pictured on the box. But we'll get into that here in a bit. And there's his weapons loadout. Pretty substantial. Most of this is the stuff that he came with sort of back in the day. Either that was, molded on his body, or what he actually came with the addition of these night vision goggles that he did not come with. That's a newer thing. There's a close-up of his artwork. And I don't know, I kind of think there's still sort of Larry Hama eyes in them on the box. So if you didn't know, on his original packaging back in the day, this figure was based on Larry Hama. The figure wasn't really, but the package art was. So on his card back. And on the back here, of course, we can see his loadout, and he is 6 inches exactly, 152 millimeters, which is a new height. I don't think there's anybody that's exactly this height. You got your insets here. This is Tunnel Rat tattoo, or logo. On the side, you got your QR code with very tiny symbols. I'll hold that up so you can take it for when it eventually works. And of course, we've got my favorite thing, the file card symbols. So Tunnel Rat has a 3 Ordnance, a 2 light weapons, a 4 explosives, and a 4 Siegecraft. So he's pretty good at what he does. And he's looking good. I like him already. So as I say, once again, he is 6 inches tall, which is a conspicuous height for a G.I. Joe Classified figure, since there isn't any that are that height. There's your look at the packaging. Taking a look at Tunnel Rat really quickly, I want to show that his pants are much lighter than what they are on the box. So the original deco of the character, he had black pants. They were like actual black pants. But here they're lighter gray. And they're like a really dark gray there, but, you know, dark enough we can call it black. But they seem to have lightened up the deco for everything. The scarf, the neckerchief, his gloves. Instead of it being black, it's like this gray color. And the gray color isn't bad, mind you. It's just, if this is the original deco for the character, then it's not precisely matching up to what there was before. And while I don't think you have to do that, I would have liked to, you know, this is a character that I don't think that anything was wrong with. So he could have been, you know, the same color. We do know that we're getting the Night Force Tunnel Rat. He has much darker pants. So I may actually do my first mod of taking a figure apart and swapping parts to give them a look more like what I think they should look like. In fact, these pants would actually work better for the Night Force version because he had gray pants. He had like very light gray pants on the Night Force version. So we'll see. You know, taking apart G.I. Joe classified figures, you're not using a screwdriver. I feel much safer with that, but we'll see what happens. So, taking a look at his accessories, he comes with quite a few, as I already pointed out. We'll start with his backpack. So it's a nice slab green, but it does have a couple of paint apps on it here with the buckles. Interesting choice. Then he has this brown satchel, which is a natural color. The Real American Hero one had a green one. He's got this night vision goggle suite. Combat knife. Nice paint app. A little serration on there. It's got this 38-ish looking pistol. It actually looks like a larger pistol, but it's like small. It looks like a 44, 357, but it's like kind of tiny. And you've got his two classic flashlights that do plug into the backpack with the night vision sort of lights. And you've got an ammo pack, even though he has a chest full of bullets, which goes to the 7.62 millimeter M60-ish weapon. That is not exactly the same as Rock and Rolls, even though that's what he kind of came with back in '87. And it just plugs in here. Like so. It's got the articulated stand. Stand like that. And then, looking at Tunnel Rat up close, we can see he's a fairly faithful representation of the original character. He does have the modern upgrade of the Joe Pro, which some people like, some people don't. I like it. I'm kind of ambivalent about it because they don't put it on everybody. But, you know, it is cool. It's kind of a signature of the Classified Series line. It's got nice detail. Nice extra pouches he didn't have back in the day. Knee pads. We're going to be climbing through those mucky, rocky places. It's like kind of a... He almost seems like a... the changes in the colors almost gives me vibes of G.I.Joe Renegades. It's not the same colors, but it's that muted kind of color. So yeah, there you go. Got, of course, its holster. Now, looking at his articulation, it's standard G.I. Joe classified articulation, so you can get the T-pose. He has butterfly joints. He has a pretty decent ab crunch in either direction. Obviously, waist swivel. Two-stage neck. Double ball joints. Drop down thighs. Thigh swivel. Interestingly, because of his pants, he doesn't have a boot cut, but he does have ankle twist and rocker. He does have wrist articulation, even though I don't think the wrist articulation ever really works all that great with G.I. Joe Classified. But yeah, he's got the gun holding way of doing things and the backpack picker-upper. Of course, he's got bicep swivel. So there you go. So I'm gonna get Tunnel Rat geared up, and we will return in a moment. All right, we're back with Tunnel Rat fully geared up with all of his accessories. He can store everything on him without anything being excess. And he looks better, even better geared up than he does without his stuff. So we got his knife sheathed in there. Pistol sheathed there. Holstered, rather. The flashlights plug into his backpack fairly easily. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. This is the character, pretty much the character you remember from back in the day. Very nice, very nice. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is some comparisons. Okay, for size comparisons, we're gonna bring in some of Joe's. Number one, we'll bring in original flavor Lady J. And he is just slightly taller than her. There you go there. Then for an average size figure, we're going to bring in Stalker. He's a 6'3", 6.3 inch Joe figure. Substantially taller than Tunnel Rat. Then we'll bring in Big Ben, who's like 6.5 inches. He's like towering over Tunnel Rat. And then finally, I'll bring in Roadblock, who's 6.7 inches tall. He looks like a little kid next to Roadblock. But most people look like a little kid next to Roadblock. Put Stalker here. Stalker's kind of little. Even Big Ben is still small next to Roadblock. Everybody's small next to Roadblock. So there you go. There's your comparisons. We're going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on G.I. Joe Classified Series number 83, Tunnel Rat. I would say that, G.I. Joe Classified Series has brought the classic 1987 EOD figure to life, brought the character to life in classified form. I always liked Tunnel Rat. He's a pretty badass character when you look at his resume. He's a combat engineer, EOD, and he's an Army Ranger as well. So he was always kind of this badass character. That's how we played him back in the day. And he was always a popular choice for backyard missions. And I don't think anything's changing now. I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 9, mainly because I wish they had stuck to the deco on the box rather than this lighter thing that I feel like I need to switch out for the darker pants on the Night Force version. Jury's out on whether I'm going to do it or not. It's not like I don't like this. I just, I don't know. It's sort of a nostalgia thing. I just want that character that I had back in the day. So that's going to do it for this one, but it's not going to do it for G.I. Joe Classified. I'm going to do a block of G.I. Joe Classified reviews. Tunnel Rat being just the first. And I dare say the next couple are going to be just as explosive as this one. So if you're new to the channel, please stick around. I got more G.I. Joe Classified to review, as well as Transformers, Star Wars Vintage Collection, Marvel Legends, Street Fighter. All of that stuff will be featured this month. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please stick around for that. If you've been here, thanks once again for all your support for watching the videos. I intend to keep them coming, so hopefully you'll keep watching. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.